Hey guys, Katie Taylor here. In today's video, I will be showing you how I am decorating this year's December daily album cover. And then I will also show you some examples of years past, as well as the Days of December sketchbook from the creative design team. I am going to start decorating my Days of December album. So I thought I would share with you just kind of the stuff that I'm going to do on this one, but then also bring in one or two of my past December daily albums, just so you can kind of see. I pulled out some ribbon, and of course you guys know that the pages that I've already done using the creative design team sketchbook right here. So we have a sketchbook that will give you not only a little history about us, it'll give you tips and tricks, it'll even give you some prompts for your Days of December, and then it gives you sketches with measurements. It is on sale right now, and so I will drop a link down below, but I have a video for that. We have a playlist for that. I'll link all that down below. And if you watch that video, you know that I brought in some random stamped paper for the leopard. And so I really wanted to add some leopard ribbon. It's kind of like a card. If you guys ever watch my card videos, what I do to the outside needs to kind of carry over to the inside. So I've pulled out some leopard ribbon. So I really don't know which. I like the look of this, but I'm thinking that this one is probably going to match my pages just a little bit more. So I'm probably going to do that. And then I've pulled out some buffalo plaid ribbon. Now this is actually the ribbon on our Christmas tree. So that's fun to use in this. And then of course I've pulled out some of the ribbon that I have in my December daily organization. And these are the ribbons, some of them that I'll actually carry forward to my layouts as well. So I'm going to do that, and then I am going to make a Christmas tree out of buttons. So I like these wood buttons. Now this stash is old. I like those. I kind of like those too. Definitely all red, definitely all green, and then let's see if there is a star in here. Maybe even a flower that would mimic a star. So we're actually going to build this Christmas tree first. Let me start with the greens. So you actually want various sizes of the greens so they stack on top of each other. So I'm kind of liking this one. And you know, you can put a couple of the same color in together. And like I said, just kind of build it up. And you know how Christmas trees just have, they have various colors. They're not all, which one did I drop? That one. They're not all the same green, you know? So that's what I loved about these buttons. Oh, that's a fun little triangle one. I might actually do that one close to that darkest. There are some stars. That's what I'm hoping I'm going to find in this yellow bag. Not really sure though. And the brown is basically going to be the trunk. And so I don't know if I want to use these wood buttons. I love the wood buttons, but I want it pretty skinny, and I just don't know. There are a couple of little bitty ones. So maybe these. I don't know. Let's see what these are. Let me just go ahead, before I dump these in here, let me go ahead and pull out those. You know, these wood buttons are so pretty. I just don't know if I want to waste them on a trunk. So let me know, do you guys decorate your December daily album covers? You can add like heat transfer like heat vinyl. You can add vinyl to the outside. I've done a shaker. Like I said, I'm going to pull those in here in just a little bit and show you. I don't have many. I have these flowers, but again, I would hate to waste a flower, but I would love, wouldn't those just look so cute? Stacked on top of each other. You know, the dimension that those ridges give. So we may take those. We may keep those out. I wish Close to My Heart still made these. But, like you saw my stash, it's not like I'm lacking because they don't. And I'm sure you can find buttons anywhere. In fact, I have an old button collection of my grandmother's that I love. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to stay away from that. I have, this is cute, but that's pretty big. Oh, there's a star. But again, I would need multiple ones. And I might even be able to do it like this. Yes. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to do it like that. Okay, so do not need the triangles anymore. I just have some embellishing thread, and I'm going to start just stringing these on. I want to start with the very top because I want the loop to be down at the bottom near my trunk. So I am going to feed my stars, line those up. I'm hoping that these will stand up, but I'm not sure it's gonna happen, but we'll see. I'll go ahead and do both holes on this one just because I want it to stand up. So we've got that, and then we need to start with the tiniest green one. So I'm thinking it's going to be a toss-up of that one. And on these, you're just going to be going through one hole at a time, because when we make our little circle through the trunk, then we'll go back through the other hole. And then I kind of want these upside down on this one. Some of them don't matter. You're really not going to see, and then also you'll see it when I get to the trunk. When they're just not perfect, it just kind of adds to the, not only the dimension, but the kind of the character of the tree. It's meant to be somewhat primitive. So let's do this one. And I've got several that are this size, so I think I'm going to actually kind of do a one color, one color, one color. While I am stringing these, I thought I would just remind you that down below you will see a link to the Days of December playlist that will have several videos already, and then we will be doing another collab where we will be decorating or actually putting together more of the pages from our December daily albums. And then you'll also find a link to purchase the Days of December sketchbook. So not only does that give you sketches for your Days of December, but we also have seen some people actually use them for Halloween, Thanksgiving, all of the things, and the measurements are included, which makes it really nice. Again, links will be left down below. Okay, so now it's time to make my loop. So I'm just going to kind of hold this loosely here, because for the most part I can just kind of go all the way down these. And now I'm going through the other hole. When you come to the holes of the buttons that have the 4, then you may have to kind of pull apart and kind of look at what you're doing, because you really want, you really want opposite buttonholes, just so they kind of stay. We are going to tie this off really well, so you're not going to get a whole lot of movement, but still. Okay, so let me grasp these, and then again go through the second button. So here where the 4 is, so I'm going to go in the opposite buttonhole. Okay, so we've got that. Gently get those down. And then I want to tie back into these stars again. So I'm just going to go through the bottom hole and then back up through the top. And so there is our little Christmas tree. And so I'm going to tie this off, leave a loop, leave enough at the bottom, up at the top, so I can kind of tie onto my spine. But that's going to be so cute on the spine. Now, I actually did this back in 2014, I think. I'll show you that cover here in just a second. Okay, so I've got that little charm done, and then we're also going to be doing some shrinky dinks here in just a second, but I want to get my ribbon in place. So I'm going to start off with the buffalo plaid, and then I don't think we're going to use this one. So and then we are going to come back, and this is going to be tied as well as the shrinky dinks. So I have just a smaller piece of shrinky dink on my table, and then I've pulled out some stamps. Not knowing what our activities are going to be, but knowing what our past activities are going to be, I've pulled out some that actually have to do with the reason for Christmas, and then some fun ones. So like our Santas. I really liked the Merry and Bright. And then these two are part of the special for the tags. So there's plenty, and there's a bundle you can purchase, but I pulled out these two, and they coordinate perfectly with these tags. So I'm also going to be die cutting these tags from the shrinky dink, or the shrinky dink paper, and then stamping on them, and then just baking them, and then there'll be cute little charms on here. So I have my spine done. Here is a look at that, and then I did tie just some jute around it, leaving my bow on the front, kind of just putting it off to the left because I want to now put the year, and can't decide between Christmas, I'm really liking the open feel of that, or December, and then the year. So even though this is December, it's not all about Christmas, even though our activities are geared around Christmas. So I'm thinking I want December, and this is a digital image that I just cut twice. So I did back the cardstock with adhesive sheets, and that's going to make it easier to stick. But because I cut these both at the same time, I used the same pressure, and so it's off a little bit. But never fear, I'm going to add liquid adhesive on the back of the pattern paper and then adhere it to that cardstock, and then I'll work on getting the backing off of that cardstock. So while I am gluing these two layers together, I thought I would take the opportunity to remind you that if you are liking this video, please hit that thumbs up, as well as subscribe and sign up for notifications if you aren't already a subscriber. It helps YouTube show you more videos of the same, and it helps my little channel out in the process. Also remember that anything I use will be linked down below. If you aren't in a position to order from those links, either you are another Close to My Heart maker, or maybe you are a VIP of a Close to My Heart maker, and it just doesn't make sense for you to forego your 15% VIP cash, then I also accept super thanks. So that just means that you can add just a monetary little gift to me and my channel to let me know you were inspired. I appreciate the comments, the likes, the subscribes, as well as the super thanks, all equally the same. Press all of that down, and then the majority of this messiness you see is actually just the backing that peeled from it whenever I took it off. So see, once you take that backing off, it cleans it up a lot. So I can already tell that I'm going to have some white showing. I kind of want it in the opening of that bow. And it is meant to kind of be cattywampus, but I want to make sure that most of it is straight. So I am going to use some of my wooden numbers to kind of bring the jute that I had off to the spine, to bring it over. And then also because, you know, I've got that toffee base that's kind of working. So I'm going to do that, but I want to darken them up. So I'm going to pull in my organizational for my December daily, and I knew that my toffee sponge was in here and my toffee ink. So now we can actually, I can go ahead and put this ribbon stuff back since we are done with it. And I'm just going to lay these numbers on my glass mat and then just pick up that toffee ink. Probably hold it with my tweezers. Just clean this up so I don't get it all over my album. And then I'm just going to use liquid adhesive. So I'm going to put the first two and the last two down. So I kind of want it right there. And I want it. And then I'm going to come in with the 0. Try to scoot that 0 over just a little bit. And then I'm going to get this last 2 down, and then I'm going to put some weighted blocks, I think, on there. Just hold it really quick. It's quick drying. Okay, so we've got the spine done with my little stamped shrinky dinks. I've got the bow, and then I've got the year and December. And then I will be sharing some more videos featuring the Days of December sketchbook. Again, it includes over 46 sketches, and we even have some sketches for 3x4s and 4x6s. So I will be doing the rest of this album periodically. Some of it will be process videos and some of it will just be a flip through, and then of course I'll do a full flip through when we're done. But let me show you just a couple of the albums that I pulled out right quick to show you what else you can do with your covers. So here is the one I kind of mimicked. Now this was way back in 2014, so I am really excited to kind of use this again, and just really cute. And of course you've got that little stamped piece, and then this was 2018, so it actually has a shaker on it, and here is where I actually used paper. So you just have to make sure that if you're not wrapping all the way around, you have to make sure it's really secure in that. And so those are just some options if you are playing along with December Daily. You can decorate your album covers. I will link all the products that I use down below, as well as a link to purchase the Days of December sketchbook from the creative design team. So you can either play along with us in December, or like I said, use those sketches to do your own scrapbooking for various either mini albums or whatever the case may be. Again, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. And then if you aren't already a subscriber, I would love to have you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be alerted the next time I post a crafty video. Thanks and have a wonderful weekend.